Well, family, good night. I want you to rest well because you're going to need all the rest you can get. Because this is the 6th month officially. And if you watched any of my videos, I told you that they operate, and I use they loosely, that they operate on the 3, 6, and the 9. And the COVID started, the major breakout in March. Yes, we know it was here before, but the whole thing was the pandemic really hit in March on the 3. If you watch my other videos, I said this. I talked about who's behind it as well. I showed you that we know that it really started in December, which is 3. And you wait 3 months from December, you count 3 and you get March, the invasion. Now, count 3 more. We're at June 1st. And you see, they had to do something to create, okay, another pandemic. See, civil unrest. You kill a black man to make a lot of noise, a lot of distraction again. People have short attention spans. The young people, of course, because they don't have any idea as to what's going on. They've only watched his story, and so he knows that it's going to repeat itself again. There's no element of surprise. Well, I'm not surprised because we're going backwards. So many people that I'm looking at, even in my own life, I see that I'm on the same timeline. I didn't jump timelines in September. I was too busy trying to get my children and my family to hear what I'm saying, and like, let's make the jump and get off this timeline because we're getting ready to go backwards. They didn't listen to me, and I realized that now I'm on the same timeline. My son, who was on his way to college, and I didn't want him to go, and he went anyway. And now, on the flip, he's moved out of my house and entered back into a dorm setting with others. So he's back on the same timeline, and I'm also back on the same timeline because he's not living with me as the same way when he went into the university. So I'm being very mindful as to what I do because I can very well mirror the same events. I want to get off of this timeline because nothing is going to actually change. It's only going to look different. And this is what I was trying to spare my families and friends. And I just kept mentioning it. Let's do this. Let's start the wellness center now. Let's do this. Let's break the cycle. And I'm just the crazy old woman. But I'm watching my girlfriend even living in the house that her parents lived in, married with a little child, the same way when I met her. I'm watching a elder who she loved, a man who had passed away, and now a same man in her life close to her pass away. I'm watching my daughter who made a lot of money at the flip side of this with animals who were giving birth. And it's happening right now for her. She's making lots of money because her exotic kittens are giving birth. It's the same. Just as I said about Princess Diana leaving the royal family, and now Harry and Meghan leave the royal family. How many times do I have to say that there's a mirror going on? what's mirroring in your life. Be mindful. I surely am, because even for me, I was driving down the road and I was going at a normal pace according to the speed limit, and even dropped down below the speed limit and was going to pass a police officer legally. But I remembered that I did that and it didn't go well, and that was years ago. I recall that I passed a police officer and I was pulled over. Only because I passed the police officer, not because I was speeding, only simply because he could just stop me because I passed him. So I didn't do it this time, and everything went well, because I know that life is going the same. It's mirroring. It only looks different. And I pointed it out to a next girlfriend of mine, and she didn't think much of it until it happened to her when she was in the house unpacking her boxes with her grandson and realized, wait, this is the same thing that happened, but he was just smaller. And I was in the house with him, moving. So she recognized it. The same thing with a friend right now. He's back in West Virginia living in an apartment where he was at that time, starting over again. I can go on and say that even now, someone that I recently met who was living in Atlanta, she's back in Philadelphia now, living here, where she was before she moved to Atlanta and did some other dramatic moves. You see? And she is a psychic. But if she looks at this video, she may go, I'm back on the same timeline. Only thing I can suggest is that if you are, let's all find out if it's too late to get off this timeline and jump and do something different. If not, things are going to repeat themselves. Now, if you got plenty money on this timeline, then stay on it and get what you got to get. Because what I can say right now is that I'm looking to do certain moves too, because this is going to repeat itself. The financial markets are going to repeat themselves. There's a window of opportunity where people made a lot of money on coins and things of that nature. And this is the time again. Here we go. And there will be the poor and the poorer and those that know. That's all it is. It's not rich, because your health is your wealth. But it will be the poor and the poorer and those that know. Because wisdom is power. So watch yourself and see where you were and how things only appear differently. But you may very well be on the same timeline and things happening as a mirror. Remember, a mirror means a reflection. It doesn't mean that it's the exact same thing. It is the same, but there are slight differences. Maybe the people, the faces have changed, or the places have changed, but the event is the same. I see a lot of stuff going on. A lot of mirrors are going on right now. I've never seen anything like it, where people are looting and the police are right up the street, on the side street, while the people are looting liquor stores in each state. I've seen it in Philadelphia. Just not even knowing, because I don't watch TV, go to my daughter's house, and on City Avenue in Philadelphia, people are looting liquor stores and busting glass and things. And the police were right up the side road. This is all planned. This is just another distraction, as I said, because people have a short attention span, and the young people, they have no knowledge or wisdom. So prepare yourself for major things happening in June. It's a 6 month, and I said 3, 6, and 9 is what they operate on. So you can believe me or leave me. It doesn't matter. I'm here to point out the facts, and they are the facts. I can be very playful, or I can be very serious. I can go either way. Some people say, oh, you come on and you don't look so professional. Well, I'm not here to please anyone. I'm simply here because I'm here. That's it. I'm just here. We're all here in our mind. And we have a body to feel like it's all happening. So I'm in touch with that, even knowing that take out the I of movie and it's just move. Think about that. One love. We're working on it. One aim. Let's get that. One destiny. It's already been determined.